The following is a presentation of Burlington Junior Barracudas Hockey, live on YouTube. Suter, Walker, scores! Boone walks the blue line, throws it on, rebound, they score!
Bennett scores! Oh, great save by Ferguson. Bennett, they score! Haley Tiller Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Mainway Arena. It's a new season for the Barracudas as they host the Southwest Wildcats in their home opener, and it's been a silver start to the Barracudas 2025-2026 OWHA season. A pair of second-place finishes in some major tournaments. First, the Labor Day Girls Fest down in Pittsburgh, a finalist appearance there for the Barracudas, and then just a couple weeks ago, a second-place finish at the Stony Creek Showcase, where they fell in the gold medal game to the rival Etobicoke Dolphins. So it feels like there's an air of unfinished business around this Barracuda team, which has started this season strong. I'm going to look to keep that roll going. Brand new blackout jerseys for the Barracudas, commemorating their 30th anniversary of the Burlington Girls Hockey Club, and looking sharp in their new digs as they also welcome new captain Chelsea Tiller. Answers the call for the Barracudas to wear the C in her second season with the team, third in U22 Elite, a veteran presence on the blue line, and she'll look to lead this Barracuda team to the promised land in 2025-26 rather, as they look to return to their provincial championship days of just a couple seasons ago. Last season, a loss in the quarterfinal to the Stony Creek Sabres, and an air of unfinished business about that as well, as the Barracudas will look to avenge that overtime loss that stung so deep a season ago. On the other side, the Southwest Wildcats coming into this game on their road trip here through Central South Ontario. Home opener for all of us. The Barracudas coming in off of a 5-2 loss to the Stony Creek Sabres on Friday, looking to bounce back and continue their strong start to this season, carry over that tournament success into the regular season. Player to watch in this game is Chelsea Tiller, Kaylee Tiller rather, the in her second season as a Barracuda, wearing number 17, had a tremendous first year with the Barracudas, and she's had a wicked start to this regular season, scoring over a goal per game, 5 goals in 4 games to start the season. She's added 2 assists for 7 points, and she's going to be a big part of the Barracudas' success this season if they're going to get back into provincial winning ways, as she'll be relied upon heavily to provide offense and leadership as well for this Barracuda team. It's her twin sister who wears the C, but as third year player in this league, Kaylee Tiller is going to be relied upon as a presence in that locker room, a presence on the ice, of course. She can play the game in lots of ways. She can score goals, she can set up, and she plays physical. It's a matter sometimes for Kaylee Tiller of making sure she doesn't go over that line. Has had moments in the past where she struggles with staying out of the box, but another year here for her to continue to dominate in U22 Elite.
At forward, number 7, Haley Thompson. At forward, number 17, Kaylee Tiller. At forward, alternate captain, number 81, Addie Butler. On defense, number 16, Addison Lee. On defense, your captain, number 2, Chelsea Tiller. And in goal, wearing number 39, Mackenzie Ferguson.
And now, the starting lineup for your Burlington Barracudas, led by head coach Kevin Greco. At forward, number 7, Haley Thompson. At forward, number 17, Kaylee Tiller. At forward, number 81, Addie Butler. On defense, number 16, Addison Lee. On defense, number 2, your captain, Chelsea Tiller. And your starting goaltender, number 39, Mackenzie Ferguson. And the rest is your Burlington Barracuda. Now, fans, rise if you're able and remove your hats and caps for the play of our national anthem.
Welcome into Mainway Arena. It's the home opener for the Barracudas as they play host to the Southwest Wildcats and try and continue. Hot start to this season. Starting goaltenders in this game, forced for the Southwest Wildcats. Shannon Hensaw gets the call in goal through one game this season, 0-1, 872 save percentage, and at 5 goals against average. She'll look to bounce back as she takes on this Burlington team. And on the home side, it's Mackenzie Ferguson who gets the call through 2 games. She's 1-1, 240 goals against average, and she was a big part of this Barracuda team last season, and she'll look to continue that run this year as the Barracudas try to improve their record this season. As mentioned, coming off that 5-2 loss to the Stony Creek Sabres in this game. Just before that, it was the 6-0 loss in the final of the Stony Creek Showcase to the Etobicoke Dolphins. So looking to snap the slump are the Barracudas here as they line up for this opening face-off. And we're underway from Mainway Arena, the first home game of this 2025-26 season, as Haley Thompson, the former Durham West Lightning, comes in over the line, and we get a quick whistle offside against the Barracudas, so we'll reset and do it over again. Face-off here will be Slota against Kaylee Tiller, the third-year forward. And the Barracudas collect the puck. Addison Lee to the red line and in deep. Rings it around behind the goal. Here's Addison Butler. Pinned to the boards, and she loses the puck behind the net. Played up towards the line, and now it's turned over Coming out of the corner, here's Thompson to the front of the net, and a good pad getting in front of that from Henshaw. Sharp stop early for the Wildcats netminder. A long shot there is deflected off the side of the goal. The Barracudas retain possession. Rink wide, Lee, long shot, and that's swallowed up by Henshaw, and there will be no rebound. Both teams make changes here after the first shift that saw the Barracudas controlling possession in the early going as they look to take the game to this Southwest team. Gabrielle Catalano on the draw as she shovels it back to the line. Down in the corner now. Battle for the puck. It comes free, and it's backhanded around the boards by Megan Gretsch. Up to the blue line. Delahunt to the front of the goal. Here's Bianca Hart, a one-time shot, and a glove save made there by Henshaw. As she's been busy early here. Face-off won by the Barracudas. Rink wide, a one-time blast. Save made. Rebound loose in front of the net, and it's sent wide. Bianca Hart picks up the loose puck here. Turns and cycles it down behind the goal. Picked up there by Jean. Tied up as the Barracudas keep it in the offensive zone. Turning behind the net. Here's a centering try, and it's picked off in front of the net there as the Wildcats will take it the other way. Sarah Elson, hard collision there in the neutral zone as Elson tries to advance the puck. And now it's Ella Frigui with speed over the line. Frigui in, shoots, save made with the blocker there by Henshaw. To the blue line now. Long shot is blocked in front of the goal there by Kylie Couture, and she will clear the zone for the Wildcats. Around the boards is stepping up is Krusel. Now into the middle. Stepping up, and it's played off to the side. Cleared out through center as the Barracudas regain possession. Through 2 minutes here, it's been all Burlington. As Krusel carries it over the line now, trying to shovel it towards the net. Bouncing puck as it's cleared away from the area of danger, and it's out into the neutral zone. Addison Lee plays it up through the middle. It's tipped ahead by Kaylee Tiller. She'll go after herself. Comes to the line. Lee, long shot. Got through traffic, and good tracking there by Henshaw, who continues to be tested in the early going. Tiller to take the face off against Alexis Sloda. Sloda comes away on top that time. Played around the boards at the blue line now. Chelsea Tiller. Kicked above the back of the net there by Addie Butler. Then off the boards to the line. Knocked down and played right back in by the Barracudas, who trying to hem the Wildcats in their zone. Here's Kaylee Tiller. 5 goals in 4 games of regular season action for Tiller as she winds around the zone. Had it poked off her stick by Tristan Larocque. Tiller turns away from Larocque, winding up for the rush. Gets it back and now flips it ahead. Here's a 2-on-1. Tiller with Thompson. Kaylee Tiller. Thompson, backhand, scores! Oh, what a beauty! Haley Thompson opens the scoring for Burlington, and they lead in their home opener. Well, and this play all starts with Kaylee Tiller. She winds it back to her own zone, waits for the rush to develop, and then takes it herself, chips it up the boards past the defender, and that creates the 2-on-1 and a perfect pass onto the tape of Haley Thompson, and the pass across gets Henshaw moving to her left. Thompson pulls it onto the backhand and buries it against the grain to get the Barracudas the opening goal, and it's a well-deserved one as they've been all over the Wildcats in their own zone there. That pass ahead missed, intended for Biazzi, and it's played around the boards by the Wildcats. Sent around back of the net. Cassidy Cooper cycles it around her goal. Trying to get onto it here are the Barracudas now. Behind the net. To the blue line. Now rink wide. Here's Delahunt with a long shot. That missed the net. Rebound comes out to the other side as they battle for it here out in front of the goal. And it's pulled free. Carried onto the back end. Nice move there as it's Played off and down to the corner, and that'll trigger the Barracuda change. And now out come the Wildcats. On the near side, shoot-in is deflected away. Here's Delahunt. Pass up to the line. That's intercepted as the Wildcats hold it in. Here's a chance. Sent over the front of the goal on the backhand, and coming back to make the defensive play on that was Lauren Cruzel. Delahunt will backhand that down, and it's gloved down and held by Henshaw, and that'll draw a whistle and a face-off down in Southwest territory as the Wildcats just got their first good opportunity of this game, but good defensive recovery by Burlington as it's played deep for Frigwe. Frigwe behind the net, trying to find a passing lane as she protects the puck on the backhand. She'll cycle it down low. Megan Jean. Jean flips it up to center here, and it's picked up by Holm. Holm has Wilkins going to the net. Holm for Wilkins. Pass just out of her reach, and the Barracudas turn it the other way. Here comes Frigwe. Trying to carry it ahead herself. Cuts to the middle. Nice move. Shoots, and a save made by Shannon Henshaw as Ella Frigwe does it herself to create that opportunity for Burlington. She was 1-on-4 there and able to just cut to the middle, create some space for herself, but Henshaw did a good job staying with it, staying square, and making a big stop. Back behind the net here. Up the boards, unable to advance the puck are the Wildcats, and turning it ahead is Tiller. Tiller for Thompson. Thompson back for Tiller to the net, and a chance to put it wide. Back at the blue line. Here's Chelsea. Down low, here's Haley Thompson behind the net. Thompson to the slot, and that misses everybody and will slide back to Barracuda territory. Here's the new Barracuda captain, Chelsea Tiller. Her pass ahead picked off and sent into the Burlington zone as Mackenzie Ferguson gets a touch of the puck. Up through the middle here. Pass advanced for Kaylee Tiller. She's on her own here in the offensive zone, trying to hang on to the puck. Now she does. Pass intended for Hart, missed as it's sent up to the line. Over center, here come the Wildcats. To the outside, it's Couture. Couture, centering pass, picked off, and Burlington will advance it once again. Carried ahead, here goes Juliana Kalpakis, advancing the puck. A little saucer pass to the net, and is sent wide. It rolled off the stick as it's sent back to the blue line now. Here's Delahunt with a long shot. Blocker save by Henshaw. Bridgewater gets it back, can't clear the zone here. And now it bounces off a stick as Biazzi tried to make that play, and it's out to center here as the Barracudas advance it over the line. Carried down to the corner. Collision there down low as Cooper tries to win that puck back. Down behind the net now to the blue line. Here's Sarah Elson walking the point, a long shot. Deflection attempt by Cruzel is knocked down, and out come the Wildcats on the near side with Holm. Holm, long shot, and Ferguson gets a stick on that as Holm sends it in front again. Went off the back of the net. Cruzel. Played ahead here, bounces off the near side boards. Jean. Battle for the puck down in the corner. Up at the blue line, cleared away as that'll roll down into Burlington territory, and not enough on that for icing, so the Barracudas reset from their own zone. On the backhand, Keelan Song. Song looking for Frigwe, couldn't connect on that play. Now Cruzel. Cruzel plays it deep, heads off for the change. Megan Jean starts up the rush for the Wildcats. She's turned back. Following up here is Sloda. Sloda in deep. Played up the boards towards the line. LaRock can't hold, and it's sent in on net. Ferguson will leave it for Chelsea Tiller. Addison Lee up through the middle. Here comes Kaylee Tiller with a head of steam over the line. Tiller to the middle for a shot as Butler couldn't get a lot on that. It skipped over her stick. Drop back to the blue line. Delahunt plays it down to the corner. Here's Peyton Burnett. Burnett trying to kick it up to her stick and does. Works it up the ice to center, and she'll ring it in deep. Mackenzie Ferguson steps out to play it. Drop back for Delahunt. Delahunt plays it ahead, trying to knock it down in the neutral zone, turned the other way, and played into Wildcat territory. Up on the side, Bridgewater trying to center, pass intercepted, and here come the Barracudas. They've got numbers the other way. Pass for Hart is behind her as she'll collect it off the boards. Hart, oh, nice move into the middle, sends it to the front of the goal, and a pad save made with Barracuda sweaters in the vicinity. And it's sent back down to the Burlington zone. Stepping up there was Burnett to knock it down. Here comes Giroux. Giroux trying to advance it to the front of the net, had it knocked off her stick. And the Barracudas will clear, and they might have a 2-on-1 again here. Carried up along the near side. That pass ahead from Biazzi was behind Cruzel, so Burlington will have to reset. Here's Frigui. Lemieux back with it. She'll play it off the glass to center. Addison Lee. Playing it back and forth with Chelsea Tiller, who overskates the puck. Keelan Song comes in to help out, and Frigui advance. Frigui rings it around the boards as Burlington's on the change. Home. Out through center, knocked down here by Chelsea Tiller. Frigui ahead for Kaylee. Kaylee Tiller surrounded quickly by Sweaters. Here's a chance. Thompson in front of the goal. Save made as Haley Thompson got in all alone, almost at her second of the night. Afternoon, rather, as comes to the line. Long shot blocker stopped by Henshaw. Here's Tiller with a shot. Block off the shin pad will redirect all the way back to Burlington territory. Kalpakis. Pass ahead, glove down, but Bridgewater will take it away from Kaylee Tiller. Bridgewater plays it to the corner. Delahunt for Haley Thompson, the lone goal scorer thus far. Played off the glass and down the ice. Tipped, so no icing here as Henshaw will leave it for Cassidy Cooper. Stretch pass up the ice, turned back by the Barracudas. They got to wait up for the onside, so played back and now sent deep by Sarah Elson. In behind the goal. Pulled free. Long shot, and that's blocked. As Elson will play it rink wide. It's off the skate of Miwa Carter. Now a centering pass, loose puck, and it's knocked down out in front of the goal. Up the ice come the Barracudas now, through the middle. Cutting in, it's knocked away and comes loose back towards the corner. Back to the blue line here. Long shot is knocked away as getting in the way of that was Megan Gretsch. Stripped to the puck here as Cruzel goes after it. Penalty upcoming here against the Wildcats. Ferguson to the bench for the extra skater, and there's the touch from Ella Holm, and we'll get a whistle and a face-off for the penalty. So a face-off here will be over to the right as the Barracudas start their first power play of their home opener. Comes to the line, Addison Lee plays it to the corner. Lee for Chelsea Tiller. Chelsea to Kaylee, a one-time shot, missed the goal. Comes back for Lee, pulls it off the boards. Plays it down low, back up top for Lee. To the corner again, rink-wide pass, looking for Kaylee Tiller there. It's off a stick and off the glass. Walking the line. Tiller, one-time shot. Didn't get everything on. It almost worked as she had Butler waiting in front of the net. Butler still battling for position out in front of the goal. Thompson fans on the pass, gets the puck back. Plays it to the line. Addison Lee walks in, shoots, looking for the deflection for Butler. Loose puck and sent wide by Thompson. Walking the line, Chelsea Tiller for Kaylee. Kaylee swaps spots with Chelsea. Drops it off. A one-time shot. Pad save made. That looked like it took a deflection along the way. Kaylee Tiller works it up the middle. Drops it off. Chelsea a one-time shot. Rebound loose in front of the goal, and it's cleared away to the line. Lee with a shot, and that didn't get through to the front of the net. Addison Lee for Haley Thompson. Lee. Thompson. Looking rink wide. Tiller with a one-time shot. Didn't get everything on it. Might have had an open net. As we get into the final 30 seconds of this power play, Barracudas will start the change. Addie Butler for Chelsea Tiller. Tiller with a shot and the pad save made by Henshaw. Addison Lee now plays it across. Here's Ella Frigui. Frigui back to the blue line. Sent across and a quick shot sent wide as Cruzel comes in off the bench to pick up the loose puck. Cruzel down low. Ella Frigui. Frigui for Delahunt. Walks in, shoots. That took a deflection and goes wide. We're back to 5-on-5. So an early penalty kill here for the Wildcats as Juliana Kalpakis comes in with it, fires a shot. That whistles wide. Played off the glass to the blue line. Chipped ahead as stepping up is Kalpakis, and they're going to call Kalpakis on that. It's going to be an interference call here. Just trying to get in the way. And the Barracudas will go to the penalty kill just after they come close.
This period is brought to you by Nickelbrook Brewing. Mention Junior Cudas at your next.
Face-off won by the Wildcats as they send it back to the line. Played in deep, and it's sent down the length of the ice. So an early clear for Burlington as they'll melt a few seconds off the clock. Played towards the Burlington end here as it goes off the glass towards the blue line, and that'll get out. So another clear here for Burlington as Megan Jean goes back for it. Jean shadowed here by Bianca Hart. Sloda plays this in deep. Behind the net, Lee, nice move to evade the forecheck. Plays it to the line, but not out. Rink wide, here's Jean. Jean steps to the outside, shoots, sent that right through the slot. Nobody able to get a stick on it for the Wildcats. Through the middle of the ice is going back for it's Aubrey Biazzi trying to clear the zone. Comes to the line. Jean, a one-time shot. That rolls harmlessly wide, and it's cleared to the line, but not out again. Just able to hold it in with the skate there. And now it'll be cleared on the second attempt from the Barracudas as the Wildcats start the change. Henshaw leaves it out for Jean. That was puck lost, and all over that was Kaylee Tiller. Almost had a break. Instead, the Wildcats advanced it through center into the Barracuda zone, but now they got to tag up for the offside. Elson, she'll fire this the length of the ice. Final 15 seconds now of the penalty to Kalpakis. Out from behind the goal. Here go the Wildcats. Carried ahead here as it's over the line with Lilia Hunter. To the near corner. We're back to 5-on-5 here. So both teams with a successful penalty kill. And the Barracudas go to the attack. Addie Butler giving chase. Trying to drop it back for Kaylee Tiller, fan on the pass. Now Butler's got it back. Butler down low. Kaylee Tiller, a centering try, was looking for Haley Thompson there. Couldn't connect. Thompson played back to the blue line. Here's Delahunt. She gets it in deep. Burnett stapled to the boards there. A good check in behind the goal by Butler. Tiller in on the forecheck here. Comes to the near side. Chelsea holds the zone. And on the second try, the Wildcats will be able to clear. Onto the attack come the Barracudas. It's cleared away from the front of the net by Hunter. Sent towards the front of the goal here as it evaded Frigui. Thompson was waiting there as well. Thompson plays it around back of the net here as it's picked up by Burnett. Burnett to the line, unable to clear as the Barracudas go after it again. Long shift for these Wildcats defenders as they try to escape their zone. Lauren Krusel gets onto the puck, leaves it for Frigui. Frigui cutting into the middle on the backhand, trying to advance it to the net, and it rolls on goal. It's covered up by Shannon Henshaw, and she'll hang on for the whistle. Final 2 minutes here of the period. It's still a 1-0 game thanks to Haley Thompson opening the scoring with her third of this season, as we get the face-off over to the left of Shannon Henshaw. Barracudas win it. Sarah Elson works in, leaves it to the line for Krusel. Puck loose in the middle here. Frigui advance ran into Krusel there as it bounces back to the blue line. Here's Keelan Song, drops it back. On the outside here. Puck pulled free. Stepping in, and now it's played across. Sarah Elson with a shot that caught Henshaw up high. Puck battle, it's pulled free by Frigui. To the blue line, and that skips away from Carter at the line, so the Barracudas forced back to their own zone. Played ahead, here's a chance. Krusel trying to catch up to this puck. She might have a break. Krusel stops up to the middle with a shot, and she rolled it wide. Good job by Krusel to create some open spaces. Now it's dropped back to the blue line. Chelsea Tiller holds the puck, plays it around back in the net. We're into the final minute. Circling the goal. Comes to the line for Lee. Lee, rink wide. Chelsea protecting the puck on her backhand. Plays it towards the corner. Evaded all the Barracudas, but now they have it back. Chance for a sharp angle and a blocker save made by Henshaw. Hart behind the goal. To the blue line. Long shot is deflected right on. Rebound loose. They jam away for it, and Henshaw able to find it in the scramble and hang on as the Barracudas come close with under 30 seconds to go in the period. Draw will be over to the left here of Henshaw, who had to be sharp there. A deflection and landed right in front of her with a 5-hole open. No Barracudas were able to get to that puck in time before she found it. Out come the Wildcats now as they try and skate it through center. Can't get past Kaylee Tiller, who spins away from LaRock and starts the rush. Tiller looking ahead for Haley Thompson. Thompson centering pass out in front of the goal, and it's skipped over the stick of Addie Butler, who is loose in the crease. Butler running out of time, got to get a shot away, fires, and it rolls wide off a stick. And that'll do it. So we're through 20 here at the Barracudas home opener from Mainway Arena. They lead it 1-0. Haley Thompson in the goal will step away and be back with second period action.
Hi, I'm Aubrey. Hi, I'm Juliana.
Hi, I'm Gabby. I'm Madison.
And this is the Whisper Challenge.
Go.
Do.
To.
The.
Net.
Nets. Burlington Junior Barracudas. Go again. Burlington. Pull. Burlington. Junior Barracudas.
Walter Cup champions.
Yeah. Haley. Say it again. Haley. Elite. Haley.
Wickenheiser.
Won last year.
Wickenheiser.
Hey, Wickenheiser.
Professional. Women's. Hockey. League.
She shoots. She scores.
Shoes.
She shoots.
Cheeky shoes.
She shoots. Cheetah. She. Cheese. She. Trees. She. All I'm getting is cheese. She. Cheese. She's. She shoots. She scores. She shoots. She scores. Wait. She shoots. She shoots. Shoots. She scores. She scores.
This has been the Whisper Challenge. Thank you for watching.
Back into Mainway Arena as we get set for second period action here in the Barracudas home opener. They lead it 1-0 over the Southwest Wildcats thanks to Haley Thompson's third goal of the season on a sweet backhand off the feed from Kaylee Tiller, and it was a dominant period for the Barracudas. They were pouring it on against the Wildcats and Shannon Henshaw, but Henshaw just able to make some big stops, hold the Wildcats in it really, and give them a chance to try and get back into this game. In the second period, they're a goal away from tying it. The Barracudas will look to extend that gap as we are set and underway. And that's, I heard a whistle. We're going to keep playing as it's carried over the line. Thompson battling for the puck as it escapes out into the neutral zone. Drop back here as Lee will play it across for Chelsea Taylor. That puck slips away from her on this fresh ice. Up through the middle, that pass was behind Kaylee Tiller. Now Butler plays it ahead. Here comes Tiller, has Thompson going to that. Tiller shoots, oh, ripped it off the crossbar. What a shot from Tiller, couldn't get it to go. Drop back, here's Delahunt. Lead feed, looking there for Biazzi. She'll tip it into the offensive zone. Burnett back for it. Biazzi lost the puck behind the goal. It's picked up here by Couture. And Delahunt will play it ahead. Up through the middle. Here come the Barracudas ahead, and it's offside against Burlington. So we'll step out to the neutral zone for a face-off here as the Barracudas look to continue to take this game to the Wildcats. It was Kaylee Tiller who came in on that left wing and ripped a shot over the glove of Henshaw, but just couldn't beat the iron. Put that puck right off where the post and the crossbar meet as there's a collision between a couple of Barracudas in the neutral zone. Played across here, and Delahunt will send a long lead pass for Biazzi. Here comes Biazzi, has Hart with her, a shot. Whistles wide of the net. Puck comes loose here as Hart tries to pull it free. Couture skates it up along the near side, into the middle. Worked ahead here by Jean. She'll roll it in on goal. It's sticked away by Ferguson. Pass ahead is tipped by Frigui through the neutral zone and couldn't get it on the right side of center. So we'll get a whistle on the icing call and come all the way back down to the Barracuda zone, and that'll halt the Barracuda's attempt for a change. See if the Wildcats can take advantage. Maybe some tired Barracuda bodies here as face-off will be over to Ferguson's left. And the Wildcats win the draw. A shot rolls harmlessly wide as Miwa Carter pokes it ahead. Puck battle here along the far side as the Barracudas get it into the middle. Frigui lost the puck. It comes back for Cruzel, who dumps it in and gets the change. Played up through the neutral zone now. Holm sends it in deep. Chelsea Tiller. Tiller plays that up and over the glass. So the Barracudas will have to come back to their own zone. Tiller just trying to go glass and out. Puts it right up into the mesh for the whistle on the face-off. Barracudas control. Sent around the boards. Here's Haley Thompson. Thompson has Butler going ahead, try to play it off the boards, put it into the legs of the linesman there, and that'll turn the Barracudas back. Here's Chelsea. Chelsea goes across for Addison Lee. Lee up the boards, and it's played into the offensive zone, right back out. Sent by the Wildcats, and now Chelsea Tiller. Up ahead, Butler will tip it into the offensive zone and get a change. Here's LaRock. Kalpakis steps in to hold the zone. Play to the line, and that'll escape out to center. Barracuda's resetting again. Delahunt. Red line and in. Out behind the net. Henshaw reaching for it. Couldn't get a stick on it. Biazzi Out at center, fanned on that pass across, and then loses the puck. Backhanded in deep here by the Wildcats as they get their change going. Maddie Delahunt on the puck. Delahunt starts the wind up for the rush, and she'll carry it to the red line, and now over the blue. Now back of the net, Warren. She's checked. Puck comes free, and it's played around. Frigui will step up for it. Ella Frigui. Back of the net, up to the blue line. Carried around. Frigui drops it to the point. Elson trying to evade the pressure at the blue line. Elson with a shot, and that is knocked down in the slot as Frigui collects. Plays it back to the line. Out behind the goal. Chasing after it is Bianca Hart. Hart chips it past the check. Plays it into the middle. Looking there for Keelan Song. Couldn't connect. Song to the blue line. Miwa Carter a long shot, and that's into the breadbasket of Shannon Henshaw, who will hang on to draw the whistle. Just over 4 minutes gone in second period action here as the Barracudas get the change. Keelan Song will step in to take this face-off. Song on a line with Cruzel and Frigui as it's played ahead by Wilkins. Wilkins with speed, trying to catch up to this puck in the corner. Knocked off the puck behind the net here as Wilkins tries to pull it free. Sent out to the front of the net, and Ferguson had to be sharp there as she extends the glove to make the grab and draw the whistle. Tiller to take this face-off for the Barracudas. And she will control as it's played around back of the net. First on the puck here will be Giroux. Giroux out of the corner with Holm. Chelsea Tiller gets in the way of that. Thompson trying to clear the zone. Lost the puck. Here's a chance. Wilkins with a shot, and she sent that wide to the blocker side. Long lead pass. Finds Butler. It's a 2-on-1. Butler with Kaylee Tiller. Tiller. Butler. Oh, great save. As Henshaw comes across to make the stop. Barracudas trying to hold the zone. It's cleared away and into Burlington territory by Holm. Kaylee Tiller for Haley Thompson, and now Addie Butler. Butler, drop back pass, and Tiller knocked off the puck. Sent ahead. Here's a chance, maybe a break. Working in LaRock, and she's rubbed off the puck there by Addison Lee. Puck comes free here for a shot, and a glove save made by Delahunt. Puck down in the corner. Elson. Around back of the net. Played up ahead. Cutting to the outside. Here's Tiller. Finds Biazzi. Aubrey Biazzi. Oh, what a move. She's in. Shoots. Save made by Henshaw as Aubrey Biazzi showing off the mitts as she drags it to the backhand to create that chance. But once again, Henshaw equal to the task. She has been massive in net for the Wildcats thus far in this game. Draw one here by the Barracudas. Biazzi back to the blue line. Sent in deep now for Bianca Hart. Hart, she's taken down behind the net. Puck pulled free by the Wildcats as Hart stays in on the forecheck, comes to the line. Delahunt trying to get it deep. It's taken away and sent out to center. Up along the near side, cutting to the middle, a shot. Good blocker save there as Ferguson looking sharp with the stick side as it comes to the near corner. Delahunt collects the loose puck, plays it ahead, and out come the Barracudas. A dump in here will trigger the change. Hart in there on the forecheck. Comes to the line. Miwa Carter dumps it in. Long lead feed there, knocked down in the neutral zone. Holm. Wilkins. Now Cooper. She'll fire it in deep. Stopped up behind the net by Mackenzie Ferguson. Played round back of the net. Here's Keelan Song. Song, long lead feed, looking there for Frigui. She couldn't corral it, and now Song has it in the neutral zone. Laid down the ice here, and that's going to be an icing call against the Wildcats. So we'll come all the way back down into Southwest territory. Song to take this draw. Wins it back to the blue line. Puck battle here along the far side boards right at that southwest line. That puck's pinned in there, trying to get it free. 3 Barracudas, a couple of Wildcats. And it's finally pulled loose. Sent ahead. Taken to the outside. Frigui with a shot and a good stick from Lemieux. Knocks that away. To the blue line. Miwok Carter, long shot. Tipped right on. Rebound loose. Jamming away for it, and it's taken out. And we get a whistle here, and it looks like a penalty call against the Wildcats in that scramble for the puck. It's going to be Cassidy Cooper, a head contact penalty, as it was free in the slot off that redirect, just unable to get it around that left pad of Henshaw, and a couple of chances for the Barracudas as they've won the face-off. Now it comes to the line. Lee for Chelsea Tiller. Back to Lee. She'll fling it in around by the back of the net. Addie Butler leaves it for Haley Thompson. Butler. Back to the point. To the corner now. Up top. Chelsea Tiller. Point shot sent high, and the rebound stays behind the goal. To the blue line on the backhand, collected by Tiller. Addison Lee. Chelsea Tiller. Holds it at the line. Works it down for Lee. Lee pass down to the corner. Thompson, rink wide, was looking for Kaylee Tiller. A good stick in the middle there as it comes to the blue line again. It's out of the side of the goal, and Thompson had that ramp up and go high. Kaylee Tiller for Chelsea at the blue line. Tiller out across a one-time shot. Oh, great save. Getting a stick on that was Henshaw as she robs Thompson of her second of the game. Here's Thompson curling in, sends it across into the middle, and unable to corral. That was Butler. Loose puck cleared to the near side. Bouncing puck corralled to the blue line by Lee. Able to get it out here are the Wildcats, and Chelsea Tiller gets it for Kaylee. Kaylee works in. She's taken down, and that's going to be another penalty against the Wildcats. So with 2:38 to go in the initial double minor, it's going to be a full 2 minutes of 5-on-3 here for the Barracudas. So the face-off will be over to the left here as the Barracudas control on the 5-on-3. Here's Delahunt. Down for Kalpakis. Back to Delahunt. That pass skips on her. Delahunt back for Kalpakis. Walks the line. Delahunt looking for a shooting lane. Plays it down to the corner. Here's a sharp angle shot sent high as it comes to the near side. Down low. Here's Frigui, a sharp angle try. That bounces off a skating wide. 30 seconds gone in the 5-on-3. Kalpakis plays it down low. Gets the return feed. Shoots, and that deflects wide. Keelan Song. Blue line. Here's Delahunt. Walks in. Fires. That's off a stick and wide as Wildcats doing a good job getting in the shooting lanes here on the 5-on-3. Here's Delahunt at the line. Delahunt for Frigui. Frigui fires off a stick and high. Minute gone now in the 5-on-3. Down low is Keelan Song. Song centering try, knocked away. Held at the line by Delahunt. Here's Chelsea Tiller. Burlington partway through a change. Delahunt one-time shot blocked. Back to the near side. Puck battle here is picked up by Cruzel. Comes to the line, and it's cleared out. 40 seconds to go in the power play. Burlington gets that top unit back. Chelsea Tiller, and she'll be forced back into Burlington territory. Giveaway there, almost. A dangerous one from Sarah Elson, able to recover the puck, though, and Elson will play it ahead. That pass missed, and the Wildcats regain possession in their own zone. Trying to escape out through center are the Wildcats now on the backhand as Bridgewater gets it in deep. Pass redirected into the middle. Skated ahead here on the near side. Here comes Biazzi with a shot and a glove save made there by Henshaw, and she hangs on as Biazzi's had a couple of dangerous-looking rushes here for the Barracudas. Does a good job there, just using that speed to the outside and creates an opportunity, but Henshaw, again, just excellent positioning and a great glove stop. 7:04 remaining in the second period here as it's won back by the Wildcats. Skating back after here is Delahunt. Delahunt trying to turn it up the ice. Through the neutral zone, here come the Barracudas. It's Frigui. Frigui on the outside. Plays it in behind the goal. Keelan Song turns, centering pass, and the one-time shot fanned on there by Cruz, who's got it back, spins and shoots. And a glove stop made again there by Henshaw, who is holding the Wildcats in this game. Southwest will get a change here and try and get fresh legs on the ice. One back to the blue line. Delahunt plays it across, a long shot. Elson as that took a deflection and goes wide. In behind the goal here is Cruzel. Cruzel for Delahunt. Delahunt back down towards the corner. Comes up to the line. Delahunt stepping up for it. Picked up here by Keelan Song. Protecting the puck on the backhand. Song drops it back. Stepping in. Kalpakis shoots. Tipped off the post. And the rebound cleared away. Ella Frigui had an open net and just couldn't get enough on it to keep it off the post. Second time the Barracudas have rung iron in this game. Waiting for the onside. Here's Thompson. Plays it into the middle. That skipped away from Kaylee Tiller. Kaylee's on the puck now. Leaves it for Addie Butler. To the blue line, and that bouncing puck skipped away as it's turned back into the offensive zone again here. Kaylee Tiller can't hang on to the puck as it's cleared back down by the Wildcats. Just wide of the goal. No icing there as taken down was Chelsea Tiller. Worked ahead here by Kaylee. Kaylee drops it back for Addie Butler. Haley Thompson. She'll play it down to the corner. Kaylee Tiller. To the line, Chelsea. Chelsea, long shot. That takes a deflection and goes up high. Back to the blue line. Long shot, Elson. That's off a skate in the slot there as battling for position was Haley Thompson. And out with it come the Wildcats on the far side. Here's Biazzi. She lost the puck. Miwok Carter plays it ahead, and now it's across. Carried wide by Catalano as she's knocked away. On the far side now. Here's a centering try. Biazzi got a stick on it, but couldn't get it to go. In behind the goal. Stapled to the boards here is Catalano. Catalano has Hart waiting in front of that. She'll play it back to the line as that got away from Kalpakis. She'll spin it towards the corner. Catalano battles for it here on the far side. Kicked up to the line and now collected here as it's taken around by the Barracudas. Down towards the corner, here's Kalpakis. Kalpakis, centering try and a one-time shot. That took a deflection and goes off the pad. Wraparound chance and getting this pad to the post is Henshaw to keep that out. Draws the whistle with 3:50 to go in period number 2. Well, good work here again by the Barracudas, just maintaining pressure in the offensive zone. They've been all over the Wildcats through this whole game, really. Just only a couple have found their way past Henshaw. Delahunt plays it rink wide. Kalpakis, fan on the shot, has to battle for the puck now, and it'll escape out to center. Delahunt up for Frigui. Frigui trying to cut into the middle. She's taken down. Song leaves it for Lee. Centering pass, and Lee with a shot and a pad stop made there with that right leg by Henshaw. As Lee does a good job using her momentum, coming in off the bench, creating a chance of getting into the middle for that shot. But again, Henshaw's positioning and just technical goaltending has been excellent here for the Wildcats. Out at center and back into the Burlington zone. Here's Chelsea Tiller. Stops up behind the goal. Tipped up through the middle. Frigui on the attack. Has some room. Frigui in. Shoots. Fanned on it. Rebound bouncing around to the slot. And Henshaw finds that. Will cover up with the blocker. With 2:55 on the clock now in period number 2. Tiller line out there for Burlington. Take this face-off against Bridgewater. Tiller tried to win it forward. It was knocked away. Here's Jean. Can't clear the zone. Tiller on the puck in the corner. Kaylee to Chelsea at the line. Chelsea Tiller, long shot that hit a body in front. That was Jean getting in on the block. Played off the boards and out. Here's Chelsea Tiller. Knocked off the puck. Here's a chance in front of the goal. Save made. Rebound. Oh, Ferguson. Robbery on the right side. Played up the boards. Here comes Addie Butler. Butler has some room. Trying to drag it past Hunter and couldn't get away. Thompson coming out of the corner now. Thompson to the net with a shot and able to squeeze that. Is Henshaw's Mackenzie Ferguson. Makes her first 10-bell stop of this game. A rebound that looked like an open net, and Ferguson able to stretch out that pad to make a tremendous stop. Here's Biazzi. Puck battle on that far side. Loose puck here, comes to the middle. Biazzi, nice move, trying to cut in a shot, and it bounces off a stick and high over the net. Here's a chance. Centering try, one-time shot save. Rebound on the loose puck. It's still free and cleared away. Bianca Hart on the near side. Skates it around back of the net, lost the puck. Stepping in support is Catalano. To the blue line, Miwok Carter. Tried to play it down low. It's off a skate and will redirect out to center. Puck battle here between the benches. Is stepping in is Frigui to try and get it loose. Back for it here is Miwok Carter. Carter turns it ahead. Barracudas have numbers as Carter takes it in with speed. Carter fires pad save. The rebound, loose in front of the goal. Oh, great save. Henshaw again with a 10-bell stop for the Wildcats. Collision here as it's picked up on the near side. Final minute of the period here. Delahunt goes back for it. Delahunt will reverse it here as Carter goes ahead. Played past Cooper here. She'll go back. No icing on the play. Not enough on that as Jean takes it around back of her own goal. Jean played ahead. It's tipped and picked up by Delahunt. Frigui off the boards. Hart sent towards the net. That got away from Henshaw, and now the Barracudas have it. To the blue line. Delahunt. Long shot deflected on goal and turned aside by Henshaw, and she'll be able to find the rebound and hang on. 18 seconds to go in the period here. Well, Shannon Henshaw has been doing everything she can to keep the Wildcats in this game. Another unbelievable stop just moments ago to keep this a 2-goal game. And for the Barracudas, it's just a matter of sticking with it, not getting too frustrated when you're getting chances and they're not going. Comes back to the blue line now. Rink wide. Here's Chelsea Tiller with a shot with traffic in front, getting dumped. And the net front was Addie Butler, and That'll do it for the second period. So Addie Butler on the power play makes it a 2-0 game for the Barracudas. That's where we stand through 40 minutes. We'll step away and be back with an intermission interview with some Barracuda alumni.
Hi, I'm Aubrey. Hi, I'm Juliana.
Hi, I'm Gabby. I'm Madison.
And this is the Whisper Challenge.
Go.
To.
Do.
To.
The.
The.
Net.
Net. Burlington Junior Barracudas. Go again. Burlington.
Pull.
Burlington.
Burlington.
Junior
Junior.
Barracudas.
Barracudas. Walter. Water. Walter. Walter Cup champions. Walter Cup champions.
Yeah. Haley. Say it again.
Haley.
Elite.
Haley.
Haley.
Wickenheiser.
Won last year.
Wickenheiser.
Hey, Wickenheiser.
Professional. Women's. Hockey. League.
She shoots. She scores.
Shoes.
She shoots.
Cheeky shoes.
She shoots.
Cheetah.
She.
Cheese.
She.
Trees.
She.
All I'm getting is cheese.
She.
Cheese.
She's. She shoots. She scores. She shoots. She scores.
Wait.
She shoots.
She.
Shoots.
Shoots.
She.
She.
She
shoots.
Scores. She
scores.
This has been the Whisper Challenge.
Thank you for watching.
All right, Jared Bapty here with Alumni Paige and Maddie, and I wanted to chat with them a little bit about their experience with Burlington, their lifetime Barracudas. When did you start playing, first of all, Paige?
I think I started when I was like 4 years old, but I started skating when I was 3.
And that's when you started in Burlington as well?
I did, yeah. Actually, Paige was on my first ever Timbits tyke team, and Kevin actually coached us. So he was my first ever coach in Burlington and my last, so that's pretty special that I'll always have that. Yeah.
And Kevin's in his 15th year now as a coach in Burlington. What has your time meant in Burlington since you basically spent your entire careers here and then you went off to Union College as well?
Yeah, I think him being our coach has definitely made a difference in our careers 100%. He's changed the lives of almost every player that he's coached, and I don't think I would be anywhere near where I was or where I am right now than if I didn't have him. So.
No, yeah, like our time in Burlington was so special. We had, we were lucky enough to have that same core group of girls our whole career, so I'll never forget that. Our best memories were always, you know, at hockey with the girls, and we were all super lucky to have Kevin holding us together, and yeah, I'll forever be grateful for that, for sure.
Well, and now that he's no longer a dad coach, what have you seen from both of your dads in the years past you as coaches? Any like changes or modifications or just growth?
Yeah, I've seen him obviously bring in a lot of imports and a lot of players that had never played in Burlington before, and he completely changed their careers around and gave them more opportunities than they ever had before. And I think a lot of people come to Burlington to play for him because he is one of the best coaches known, and he's really changed a lot of people's lives, and they come here for him. So I think he's just grown every year, and after every year he's just gained more and more skill and been a better coach each and every year.
Nice. So what about you, Maddie, for Jamie?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say, I guess. I haven't really been around the last 4 years, even at school, but, you know, I was pretty surprised to see him keep going, but, you know, I always thought he, you know, once Kate was gone, you know, he would maybe stop since he had no more kids playing, but he loves it so much. He loves the game. He loves coaching the girls and making the connections with them, so, you know, it's nice to see him still going with it after, and, you know, he really does love it, so, yeah.
Well, and you know what? It's been a bit of a dynamic duo, as the two of you were, of course, with this team as well, and with Union. 4 years there, and now out into the working world. So thank you both for joining me. We'll be back for the third period, and Jaden back on the call in a few moments.
Hi, I'm Aubrey.
Hi, I'm Juliana.
Hi, I'm Gabby. I'm Madison.
And this is the Whisper Challenge. Go. Do. To. The. Net.
Burlington Junior Barracudas.
Go again.
Burlington.
Pull.
Burlington
Burlington.
Junior
Barracudas.
Barracudas.
Walter. Water.
Walter.
Walter Cup champions. Walter Cup champions.
Yeah.
Haley. Say it again.
Haley.
Elite.
Haley.
Haley.
Wickenheiser.
Won last year.
Wickenheiser.
Hey, Wickenheiser.
Professional. Women's. Hockey.
League.
She shoots.
Welcome back into Mainway Arena. We got stuff for third period action here as the Barracudas lead it 2-0 over the Southwest Wildcats. Addie Butler's power play goal. The goal to make it 2-0 for Burlington. Haley Thompson opened the scoring in the first. And for the Barracudas, they'll look to keep the pressure on. They've been dominating in terms of puck possession shots in this game, but it's been the Shannon Henshaw show in goal for the Wildcats. She's made some excellent stops to keep this close game when the Barracudas have had their chances to really blow this thing open. Some confusion on the faceoff, and now we're underway as it's won back by the Barracudas, and Kaylee Tiller will chip it ahead as Haley Thompson goes after it. Thompson trying to cut to the net, knocked off the puck as Burnett got to her. On the near side now. Played to the blue line. Lee walks to the point. Plays it to the corner. Here's Butler with room. Sent a shot wide. Looking for that far post. Shot off a skate. Comes back to the line. Addison Lee lost the puck, and she's forced back out to center. Here's Chelsea Tiller. Kaylee. Backhand pass. Carried ahead by Butler. And that'll be an offside call at the southwest line. Haley Thompson just a half step ahead of the play. Face-off will be out in the neutral zone here as Catalano will take it, and she wins it. Back for Kalpakis. Tie up on the near side here. Comes down to the corner as a couple of Barracudas step in there to try and take it away. Finally worked back up to the blue line now. Kalpakis couldn't hold the zone, and it's skated up to the neutral, to the red line as Delahunt plays it ahead. That pass missed everybody, and it's going to be an icing call against Burlington, so we'll come all the way back down to Barracuda territory. Face-off will be over to the left of Ferguson, or the right rather, as Catalano will take the draw against Giroux. Giroux gets the win. Here's Lemieux working it in on the backhand, trying to get it to the front of the net. Backhand try, and Delahunt does a good job of getting in the way of that. Sent around the boards. Coming off the blue line, it's knocked off the stick there of Hunter. Loose puck here towards the front of the net, and it's played away. Giroux's shot rolls wide. Here's Hunter. Hunter around to the back of the goal. Picked up here and played off the end boards by Delahunt. Trying to connect with Hart. Hart returns it for Delahunt. Delahunt looking ahead. Long lead feed. Finds Hart. She kicks it up to her stick. Biazzi trying to join. Hart carries it around back of the goal, and it's knocked off her stick. Comes towards the blue line. Here's Keelan Song. Waits. Shoots. Glove save. Henshaw once again staying square to that shot. Makes a good stop on Song, and there's no rebound, so we'll take a face-off over to Henshaw's right. Burlington controls off the draw. Keelan Song, her lost the puck here, and it's skated out by the Wildcats. Battle for it along the near side. Pulled free and carried ahead by Miwok Carter. Carter for Frigui in with a shot, and that's off a stick. High over the net. Burnett taking to the boards here, trying to get away from the forecheck of the Barracudas. Frigui getting in there, trying to pull it loose. Sent up to the blue line. That gets past everybody. No icing here as Ferguson will step out, stop it behind the goal. Miwok Carter. Feed ahead is tipped by Song. Carried in by the Wildcats now. On the backhand, a centering try, and it's sent just over the goal. First good opportunity for the Wildcats in this third period. Here's Chelsea Tiller. Stops up behind the net, plays it off the end boards. Off the glass to the blue line, and it's held there as Cooper got a stick on it. Carried to the outside now. Here's a chance. Sharp angle shot, and that's whistled wide. Comes all the way around and into the Wildcat zone. Here's Jean. Jean, backhand pass ahead. Sent through the neutral zone. Here's Haley Thompson. Thompson drops it back. Chelsea Tiller gets to the red line and fires that down behind the Wildcat net. Scramble for it on the far side. Played up to the blue line. Held there, played into the middle. Here's Haley Thompson with a chance. Put it off the post. The Barracudas ring the iron for the third time in this game. Here's Kaylee Tiller now hangs onto the puck. Nice move. Has some room. Takes it to the outside. Centering pass and couldn't connect with Addie Butler. Couple of dangerous looks here. Puck bounces out in front of the net, and it's taken away here by Wilkins to the blue line. Down towards the corner. Butler. She's taken down. Kaylee Tiller getting in there to try and pull the puck free on the forecheck. Wilkins plays it out, and that's going to get past everybody and will roll all the way down for an icing call against Southwest. So a dominant shift there from that Kaylee Tiller line, who's been excellent. Tiller, a couple of assists in this game, set up both Barracuda goals and comes close a couple of times. Thompson ringing the post, and then Butler unable to get a stick on that centering try from Tiller. As the Barracudas control off the draw, Biazzi to the blue line. Catalano rink wide, long shot. Delahunt is stopped and held by Henshaw as she got it up high and makes sure there's no rebound. Barracudas have been trying to get traffic to the front of the net, threading some shots through, but Henshaw's done a great job tracking the puck in all situations here. As it's one back for Delahunt, trying to play it into the middle. It's off a skate. Catalano for Delahunt. Delahunt, long shot that missed the net as Kalpakis will step up for it. That's chipped past her, and here come the Wildcats the other way. Couture trying to cut into the net, centering pass. Nobody home as Delahunt came back in support. Now a long lead feed, finds Hart. Hart advances it for Biazzi, back to Hart. She's all alone. Hart shoots, pads, save Henshaw. Back to the blue line, it's Elson. Elson behind the net. Centering pass, one-time shot off the side of the net. Loose at the near side now. Circling the zone, played back to the blue line. Here's Miwok Carter. Plays it in deep off the end boards. A shot is knocked down. Comes to the near side now. Elson. Round to the far side. Out with it come the Wildcats now. That's chipped past everybody, and this will be icing as Elson goes back to get the touch. And we'll come back down to Wildcat territory with 14:18 to go in the period. Keelan Song will take this face off for Burlington. Scramble draw, and it's one back to the blue line. Near side, here's Addison Lee. Long shot, trying to thread it through traffic. Battle for the puck here in the circle, and a quick shot scores! Lauren Krusel threads the needle, and the Barracudas have a 3-0 lead. Well, this is a broken play. The shot from Addison Lee doesn't get through. It ends up in the feet of Krusel. She's able to find it and just spin it on goal. Finds a way through the legs there of Henshaw, who wasn't fully set. And the Barracudas finally get a break and extend their lead here. Now a long lead feed. Krusel will tip it ahead. Going after it down in the corner now. Krusel, centering try. That gets past everyone and will escape the zone back into Burlington ice. Delahunt spinning away. Plays it ahead for Kalpakis as it's worked to the front of the net now. Frigui goes after it on the far side. Can't clear the zone on the first try. Second attempt will escape, and Haley Thompson goes after it in the offensive end. Thompson trying to pull it to her forehand. Collects the puck behind the net. Haley Thompson plays it to the line. Kalpakis to the back of the goal. Wilkins goes after it at the far corner. Kaylee Tiller picks up the puck in the offensive zone. Tiller skates it back to the blue line, protecting it on her backhand. Near side. Here's Catalano with a centering try, and able to get a good stick on that was Haley Thompson, who had some room in front. Bridgewater can't clear the zone. Here's Tiller out in front of the net, and getting knocked down there was Addie Butler. Quick shot. Thompson whistles wide. Delahunt plays it in deep. On the near side here, played up to the blue line. Here's Carter trying to find Tiller. Couldn't hang on to that puck. And the Wildcats will clear. Out in the neutral zone, it comes free. Here's Miwok Carter. Long lead feed, Addie Butler. Plays it cross corner, and She'll go after herself as Jean gets onto the puck first. Jean clears it to the line. That will get out, and the Barracudas reset once again. Off the boards, pass ahead, missed. Is picked up by Larocque now. Larocque for Giroux. Giroux, long shoot in, is knocked down by the stick of Ferguson, and she'll hang on. Draw the whistle with 11:58 to play in period number 3. Giroux to take this face-off against Catalano. Wildcats come away with the puck. Jean with a shot that hit a body in front. Up towards the blue line now. Barracudas can't clear. Giroux going after it. Chelsea Tiller gets on the puck first. Plays it around the boards. Waiting for it is Biazzi. As they battle for it on the far side. Giroux in towards the corner. We got a penalty upcoming here, and it's going to be against the Barracudas, as it's going to be, looks like that's going to go against, some confusion. It's going to be Chelsea Tiller who heads off. So a chance on the power play here. There's a body checking call, but a chance for the Wildcats to get themselves back into it. 11:29 to go in the third period, and they need to get something going quickly here if they want to mount a comeback. Scramble on the draw here. Played up to the blue line. Burnett played across. Burnett forced back out as a good stick there from Cruzel. Gets it out to center. Layton. Hunter. Ranging back to her own end. Now she'll turn it back and start the rush. Burnett knocked off the puck there by Keelan Song, and the Barracudas get it to the line, but not out. Wilkins down towards the corner. Wilkins centering try. Oh, good toe save made by Ferguson as she gets the leg in front of the shot from Slota. On the far side now. Played to the corner. Cup picked up by the Wildcats. Burlington trying to collect the puck. Layton to the blue line. Hunter down behind the goal. Here's Wilkins spinning away from a check on the backhand. Wilkins tries the centering pass and couldn't connect there with Layton, and it's picked up by Cruzel, and she'll send it down the ice over halfway through. The penalty to Chelsea Tiller. Here's Burnett. Winding up for the rush, Burnett. Plays it off the boards. Picked up here is Couture will try and step in, fires a shot high and wide. Kaylee Tiller on the puck, and she'll send this out to center. 30 seconds to go now in the Wildcat power play. Near side, a collision there in front of the Barracuda bench, and it's forced out to center again, this time by Frigui. Battle for the puck here is Kaylee Tiller trying to take it away. Now it's Miwa Carter. Plays it off the end boards back to the blue line. We're out of time on the power play. Are the Wildcats a shot? It's off a stick and high. As we're back to 5-on-5 now. Chelsea Tiller returns to the ice. Scramble for the puck here. It comes free, and here's Tiller. Fresh out of the box. Chelsea to Kaylee. She couldn't corral that puck. It comes back for Chelsea Tiller. She'll fire it down and start the Barracuda change. Frigui in on the puck. Frigui leaves it to the corner. Here's Addie Butler behind the net. Butler to the blue line. Delahunt plays it deep. Thompson. Frigui in there. Tried to return it for Thompson. Missed, and now Butler gets after it on the far side. Butler back to the blue line. Rink wide. Here's Addison Lee. Steps in, shoots, and a save made. Rebound comes free, and it's played away by Bridgewater. Delahunt holds the zone just for a moment as the Barracudas have to reset, and they're right back in with Haley Thompson. Thompson protects the puck behind that, spins it to the front of the goal, and unable to connect with Addie Butler. Back to the blue line. That pass doesn't connect, and Chelsea Tiller will play it across for Delahunt. Delahunt skates it in over the line. She'll flip it around the boards. Played onto the near side now. Chelsea Tiller steps up to keep it in. Puck comes loose into the middle, and unable to catch up to that puck was Biazzi. Played back now for Chelsea Tiller. Tiller spins off a check. Across, Kalpakis. Long shot that takes a deflection and is punched away by Henshaw. Out of the corner now. Battle for the puck down low. Spinning off a check here. It's played back to the blue line. Rink wide. Kalpakis chips it up along the boards. Kalpakis cuts to the middle. On the backhand. Plays it off, and it's skipped over the stick there of Bianca Hart. Blue line again. Miwa Carter. Gets the return feed. Fires a long shot, and it's stopped and held.
This period is brought to you by BDO Canada, Assurance Tax Advisory. People who...
So we'll get a face-off once again down in the Wildcat zone. It's been a great showing, as we mentioned, by Henshaw so far. Here's a long shot. That deflects off to the near corner. Played up the ice and tipped into the offensive zone by Couture. She'll go after it in the corner against Miwa Carter. They collide down low. Sloda down behind the net for Couture. Couture lost the puck in deep. It's sent up for Cruzel, who will chip it past along the boards and skate onto the puck now. Here comes Cruzel. Has Frigui with her. Cruzel takes it to the outside with a shot. Couldn't get a lot on it. Good stick. There as the defender came back, it was taken back to the line now. Here's Kalpakis. Long shot. That's blocked as Sloda got in the way of it. Kalpakis holds the zone again. Played to the far side. Nobody home for the Barracudas. Delahunt had retreated back to center. Now Delahunt will knock it down in the neutral zone. Here's Wilkins. Wilkins stripped of the puck there by Kaylee Tiller. She drops it back. Played up ahead here for Delahunt. Delahunt onto the stick of Kaylee Tiller. Tiller in with a shot. Whistled that wide as it comes back onto the near side now. Picked up here by Warren as she's pressured quickly by Butler. Haley Thompson gets it back to the line. Here's Addison Lee. Long shot, save made, and the rebound cleared away as Butler once again causing havoc in front of that Wildcat net. Here's Butler. On it again. Centering try. Couldn't connect there with Kaylee Tiller as it was intercepted, and it's cleared away by the Wildcats. Not enough for icing on that as Chelsea Tiller sends a long lead feed up for Butler. Butler tipped it on for Tiller. She lost the puck. Butler recovers. Here's Miwa Carter getting it down into Wildcat ice. Here's Burnett. Burnett's pass ahead picked off as Carter plays it across for Elson. Elson ahead. Here comes Catalano. Catalano cuts into the middle with a shot. It's off a stick and wide as Bianca Hart goes after it. Puck goes way up high, and it's picked up down low. Hart chips it back to the line. Sarah Elson. Her pass across gets away from Carter, and Burlington will have to reset in the neutral zone. Chipped in deep here as that puck into the skates of Burnett. Here's a loose puck in front of the goal. It rolls on to Henshaw, and she hangs on. That's the whistle. 4:39 to go here in the Barracudas home opener. They hold a 3-0 lead. Lauren Cruzel, the latest goal scorer to make it a 3-0 game for Burlington here in the third. Cooper plays it around behind the net. Battle for the puck here as it's picked up and shoveled back towards the line. Battle for it as Wilkins tries to clear the zone. She's turned back, and Jean gets it. Out with it is Keelan Song for Kalpakis. Kalpakis ahead, looking for Lauren Cruzel. She gets it over the line. Played behind the net by Sloda. Jean pressured quickly, plays it around the boards. Cruzel gets in the way. Now Cruzel behind the net for Frigui. Frigui getting after it against Sloda. And now Cruzel takes the puck away behind the net. Has some room. Cruzel takes it to the outside. Turns back towards the corner. Sends it down low. Now up to the blue line goes Song. Song gets the return feed. Hanging onto it on the backhand. Plays it across. Here's Kalpakis walking the line. Kalpakis Nice move to create some space. Steps in, fires a shot, looking for the redirect in front. Nobody there to get a stick on it for the Barracudas, and now it's played ahead. Racing onto it is Wilkins. Wilkins has some room, in towards the net. Save! Ferguson with the pad as she keeps this a 3-goal game. Here comes Delahunt the other way. Delahunt, backhand, gets it just into the Wildcat zone. They'll turn it right back out the other way. Here's Addison Lee. Lee up through the middle. Here goes Kaylee Tiller. Tiller onto the backhand. Spins it out in front of the net. Save made on the one-time shot as Haley Thompson comes close yet again. She's been all over it in this game. Chance after chance for number 7, but equal to the task in this game has been Henshaw, as we've mentioned many times. Here's another chance for Thompson right off the draw. She sent it high. At the blue line now. Played in deep. Up to the point. Here's Lee. Lee goes rink wide, stepping in. Tiller with a shot. Send it wide of the net. Lee steps up to try and hold the zone again. Down towards the corner. It's picked up by the Wildcats. Hunter will clear it out to center. Now Gretsch. Gretsch over the line on the near side. She's taken to the boards as that was Addie Butler making the physical plays. Now Tiller has it behind the net. Chelsea Tiller for Addison Butler. Butler plays it off the boards. Now Kaylee's got it. Kaylee Tiller ahead for Haley Thompson with some room on the right wing. Thompson trying to cut into the middle, and it knocked away from her. Gets it right back. Taken down. Centering try. Nobody there for the Barracudas. Carter kicks it up to her stick and then fires it in deep. Round back of the net. Sent to the blue line. Miwa Carter plays it around the goal once again. Battle for the puck here. It's picked up by the Barracudas. Catalano back to the point. Long shot is knocked down. Loose puck. Rebound on that save made, and it's cleared away from the front of the net. Final 2 minutes here as it's sent down the ice. Knocked down by Carter. Carter goes off the boards. Here comes Biazzi. Has some room. Aubrey Biazzi in. Shoots. Save made. And there is no rebound. Shannon Henshaw. Another sharp stop with a minute and a half to go here. And so you can see the exhaustion on Henshaw. She's been relied upon heavily in this game by the Wildcats, but the Barracudas continued to hunt here, and now a long shot is knocked down in front of the goal. Burnett battling for it with Frigui. Down towards the corner. Cruzel. She's taken to the boards. Comes to the line. Kalpakis for Song. Song trying to get it into the middle. That didn't work. Final minute here of the third period. Cruzel down behind the goal. Frigui centering try is knocked down. Cruzel in for Frigui. She'll play it back to the blue line. Held there by Kalpakis. Rink wide. Long shot is knocked down as Delahunt couldn't get it through, and a pass ahead can't connect with Layton. Chipped cross corner here as Hunter will go back for it. Hunter drops it back, lost the puck to Frigui. Frigui trying to cut to the front of the net, and is knocked away from her. They battle for it down behind the goal now. Tied up here behind the net. Final 20 seconds of the period as it's pulled free by Hunter. She tries to clear. It's off the skate there of Couture. Centering pass and a shot knocked down as it comes to the blue line for Addison Lee. Lee will chip it down to the corner back behind the net. Centering try is loose. It'll be cleared to the corner, and that's going to do it. The Barracudas shut out the Wildcats and take the win in their home opener here from Mainway Arena, and a dominant performance up and down the lineup, really, from the Barracudas. A excellent performance from everybody. 3 goals, 1 per period. Could have been much more if not for a spectacular showing from Shannon Henshaw, just making save after save on these Barracudas, chance after chance for Burlington. Ultimately, they come away with the victory, but what a performance from Henshaw to keep this thing close. So that'll do it for us this afternoon. The Barracudas will head down to Rochester next weekend for a few exhibition games before continuing the OWHA regular season. Thank you very much for joining us for this game. I've been Jaden Ho, and before we go, quick thank you to our sponsors.